Hey guys, so I went to the farm last weekend, gonna snow blow the driveway. I get out there, I hop over the 2-foot snowbank that the plow left there for me, hike my way out to the tractor, jump on the tractor, turn the key, nothing. No! Battery's dead. I'd left the key on the weekend before. So I grabbed the dog, I hike my way back out to the car, jump in the car, drive out to Canadian Tire, and I bought this bad boy. So let's have a closer look. So here it is. This is the Motormaster Eliminator Power Box. They call it a 2000 amp 700 watt unit. You can see there their claims, it boosts, got AC power, DC power, USB power. Over that in a second. And we got on the side of the box here, digital display, 12 volt outlets, low battery protection, built-in power. Provides up to 700 watts. I'll cover that too. It's got USB outputs, an LED light, and cables. So here's what it claims. 33 amp hour sealed lead acid battery at 2000 peak amps, 1000 cranking assists. It's a modified sine wave. 600 watt continuous, 700 watt 5-minute surge, and 1000 watt surge max. So that's the stats on the machine. Let's have a peek here. And it also says that it'll charge off a solar panel. We'll get to that in a second too. So here's the unit in the flesh. Here's what you get with it out of the box. You got your 12 volt DC to DC charger, 110 power adapter to charge her up, owner's manual. Nice set of booster cables, though they're short, and they connect to the power box by these eyelets here. So here's the unit itself. It's got 3 AC outputs with plastic covers on them so they don't get schmutz in them. You've got a USB output. Now this USB output is only 3.1 amps. So it'll charge any device, but if you've got rapid charging, you're not going to get it out of this machine. An LED light in the front. And your switch over here switches between just having the USB on or the USB and the plugins. If you want to access the 12 volts on the side of the unit, over here, you've got on-off switch and binding posts. So that is where you would screw on your booster cables. AC adapter plug is there. And holy smokes, these things are on tight. Here we go. 12 volt cigarette lighter socket. Now, a couple of things to note. This thing does have a 33 amp hour battery. According to the manual though, it is a deep cycle battery, which is okay if you're running 12 volt appliances or whatnot off of it. But if you're using it as a booster pack, the fact that it's a deep cycle, if you use it too often, you are going to burn out that battery. It's not made to have big jolts of power taken out of it. Does feature a low voltage shutdown. Manual says that at 10.5 volts it's going to shut down for you, so you don't burn out your battery. And the over temp sensor kicks your battery out at 40 degrees Celsius, 40 C. Now, the manual says takes up to 55 hours to charge this battery. So the battery supply or the power supply for it, it's a trickle charge. At output is 800 milliamps at 15 volts. So 800 milliamps, that is a trickle charge. So 55 hours to get a full charge out of that unit once the battery's dead. Now, the box stated that you can charge this thing with solar. There is nothing in the instruction manual on how to do that. I'm going to try I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to pick up a cheap charge controller and a 100-watt solar panel and plug it into the binding posts here and see if I can get this battery charging off of solar. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but we'll give it a shot. Another thing I noticed about this thing is once you flip it on, there is no voltage meter on it. When you click the display to find out what your power is at, it just gives you the capacity. So it's saying I'm at 100% charge, is at 100% at 14 volts, 100% at 12 volts, 13.5. I don't know, it doesn't say. The only other thing this is good for is when you plug something into the outlet, it'll tell you the amount of watts you're drawing off of it. So I wish there was a voltmeter so you can actually see on the fly how much juice you've got in your battery rather than just a percentage. And you've got to press the button to activate it. Don't like that much either. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of this machine. We'll get her going. It boosted the tractor, so we'll see what else it can do. So what do I think of this thing? Well, I bought it on sale. It was on for $199. $199.99, 200 bucks. Regular price on the unit's 110 bucks more. They retail it for $309.99, 310 bucks. Now, I looked on Amazon. I can buy a 33 amp hour deep cycle battery on Amazon for anywhere from 100 to 125 bucks. A modified sine wave inverter on Amazon, 150 to, sorry, 80 bucks to 150 bucks, ballpark. Different Chinese knockoff brands, modified sine wave. So you're looking at anywhere from 180 to 275 bucks. So for 200 bucks, it's not a bad deal. You're getting what you're paying for, 200 bucks. 310 bucks is way overpriced. The unit's not worth that kind of money. So if you need one, you're paying full price, you're throwing your money away. It's not worth it. So I've got two main gripes with this machine. Number one, I've mentioned it already, there's no voltmeter. I mean, the things sell for $2 on Amazon, Canadian Tire. You should be throwing one on there. It's a no-brainer. Number two, it's a modified sine wave inverter. It's junk. Unless you're powering your lights and that's all you're going to power off this inverter, great. Anything else, including the little block that you plug in to charge your phone, it's electronic, you're going to fry it. Even says in the manual not to do that. Your rechargeable batteries for your DeWalt power kit, you're going to fry your batteries if you plug it into this thing. At the price of pure sine wave inverters, there's no excuse for putting a modified in there. It's cheap, it's junky. Junk at Canadian Tire, seriously. It's cheap. Come on, guys. So I'm probably going to use it to power a 12-volt RV pump or a diesel air heater, and I'll have a video on that one soon, hopefully. I'll be buying a solar panel and a cheap charge controller. We'll plug it in. We'll see how it handles it. We'll see if it can keep my diesel heater and my water pump going. Thanks for joining me on my journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.